Good morning, Nigerians. My name is Jonathan Kadiri. I'm one of the coordinators of Batima USA Support. Uh, just last week, I made a presentation regarding the insecurity in Nigeria, the terrorist attack in different parts of Nigeria. Um, we all remember that immediately the President of the United States, Donald Trump, made a tweet and a brief remark about insecurity, genocide, in Nigeria, the killing of Christians, everything started picking up in Nigeria. Everything started picking up. Now it's becoming a global issue. We saw recently the conservative in the United Kingdom talked about a leader of the conservative. We saw the Canadians are talking about it. So it's becoming global. It's becoming a serious issue. And now we observed recently also what happened in Kebbi, the abduction of school children in Kebbi, and also what happened in the CSC's church in Eruku in Kwara State. Just sporadically, things are just happening. Things are just happening. So the question now is there sabotage somewhere? Is some people trying to destabilize the government of President Tinubu? You know, so we don't know. Things are now coming up because prior to Trump's speech, I mean, the data showed that the level of insecurity in Nigeria, terrorism, killings have dropped base compared to when Buhari was there, President Buhari was there. But now suddenly everything is just being spontaneous. First of all, report reaching us. Let me just read this one. Report reaching our decks, Batima support group is. I want to disclaim there's some things that have been said on the internet. VDM is one of them. VDM said he thinks President Tinubu is dead because the president has not made any speech or whatever, regarding what is going on recently. The president is not there. I talk about the destabilization of the government. Is it possible that some people are trying to destabilize the government of President Tinubu prior to 2027 election? Um, so many questions. Also, we saw what happened to the brigadier general. He was killed. So we remember the integration of the so-called repentant Boko Haram into the military by the former President Buhari. And is there any possible conspiracy within the military, spy agents within the military? Is the so-called Boko Haram repentance that have been integrated into the military? Are they the one still leaking information to their commandant in the field? Because the way the brigadier general and all the militaries have been attacked recently is just unbelievable. Also, very very important. You'll find that most times, most of the places where all these terrorists are, go map it out. There are mineral resources around those area. It seems there's a quagmire of so-called retired generals, so-called emirs, and so-called political bigwigs in Nigeria that is making these things to getting worse and worse every day. It's never going to stop. So people are stealing, are digging with the conspiracy of the Chinese people. I mean, digging mineral resources, and these areas are being guided by the so-called terrorists, the ISWAP, the Boko Haram, whatever you want to call them. So this is bigger than life. Is bigger, is larger than life. So President Tinubu, I know it's very, very difficult. Somebody once said that when they confronted President Tinubu about this thing, he said these people are just too big, and they're larger than life. And as a president, you are the CNC. Musa said it. The former general that was retired said it that you just have to go kill these people. You don't have to integrate them into the military. They are never repentant. So Nigerians should be very careful because it's becoming very, very delicate and it's becoming a global issue. The UK are interested, Canada are interested, and I think the President Donald Trump should win a Nobel Prize Nobel Prize because he has actually stirred some controversy, so revealed a lot of stuff that is making the world to kind of quiver. And want to talk about Nigeria as one of the largest black nation in the world. So government of Tinubu, I know it's difficult, but you accepted to be the president. Let's see how we can do it and get to this thing. Convention. It's a conventional warfare, like I said earlier. But the thing is that we're not going to be using tankers and stuff. It's going to be an air strike. Air strike. Give America the opportunity to do it. The coming 4 days, they eliminate all these people. Target areas wherever they are. Their camps in Sabisa Forest, wherever they are, wherever they stays in the bush and stuff. They're gonna eliminate them. You have to use your air power. Air power. When the ground forces are going, the air are there to support them. Because I wonder why the brigadier was found and killed. There is no air support. That's why we have the military, the navy, and the air force. Then we have the intelligence. The military should get their acts together if they want to win this war against terrorism in Nigeria. I hope the president and his team will take this serious so that we shouldn't allow, and if the Nigerian government feels that it can't do it, I mean, there's no crime having um other nations like America, though some argue that when America comes in, it's going to be longer than you ever think of. They cited instances of Iraq, Afghanistan, and stuff like that. But then if Nigeria can do it, let them go ahead and do it. Get the job done. Airstrike, airstrike, airstrike. That's it. Thank you very much.